incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
50 to Mike. Let's go, D. Undercut. Run. Undercut. Check three. Shit.
They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. He may try and run for this. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they called the field general.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Hit, 180.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way. And now look at him go. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. James Conner, 73 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well called, well blocked, and he just made a great play. It was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
Their own 37-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And some room to maneuver. 34 yards there and a first down. Right when he pitched that to him, it looked like he had a good numbers advantage on the outside. He did, and it turned into a nice game.
Allowed his vision to take over, too, because he was able to pick when he put his foot in the ground and took off upfield because he actually had options. Could he go now, wait another second? It really didn't matter, but he chose the exact right time and turned it into a big-time run. That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Finding room to the 20 and all the way down to the 17-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And Jones has it over the middle. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. This is more where I came from. 180. Check in. Hey, alert 33. 80 weapons. Mike 34.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Holt, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Flushed out right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So remember now, they've had some problems with his side here that have dogged visiting kickers in the first few years of Levi State. Well, really any kicker for that matter.
Yeah.
Not sure if that had any effect there, Charles, but that was not the greatest of kicks.
And no, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary on that one. The field looks to be in great shape. He just kind of botched it.
Yeah, I agree. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st down, Barkley. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. Give him 53 yards on the ground. Now Saquon Barkley at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I know he might be a little winded after that previous long run, but now you're in goal-to-goal situation. That changes what you do defensively, and it worked for them on that play.
Maybe trying to reward him after that long run. We'll see if they go back to him again on the ground. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. No, field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Lutz puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Hey, alert 33.
It's 2nd and 8.
61. Match box lights. Hey, lights 50, lights.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster. Complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now another timeout called for by the offense, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A first down throw for Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Holt. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Mayfield to throw it. And that's complete to Jesse James. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Mayfield on play action. Now he steps away. He can run for it, and he will. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. They'll run with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. A first down run, good for about 3. Second and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. From the 45 on second down, Mayfield will get this out to Barkley, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. On 1st and 10 is counter. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. A big run there by Freeman, 72 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Forced out to his left. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And this will be a touchdown. A 23-yard run. And his guys are going to retake the lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield stepping up. Oh, no, he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
No team spill.
Now Mayfield rolling to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Alert! General West.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Throwing, Mayfield under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Here's Mayfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands.
He's coming.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown! Devontae Freeman. 75 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 46, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this.